Hey, hi, welcome back. So, for the last couple of days, I've been feeling a little out of it, and then I decided that I'm just gonna spend some time watching K dramas because that's something I love to do, and it's like instantly brings my mood up. It's like a combination actually, because sometimes you feel happy, but then, like, when you end a really good K drama, you also kind of feel sad because that isn't happening to you. In the last 2 days, I've completed two entire series. I completed It's Okay to Not Be Okay, and then the other one that I saw was my ID is Gangnam Beauty because those K dramas were so nice and so wholesome. I wasn't really feeling it because it ends on such a happy note and like I'm not doing anything great. So then I thought to myself that I'm just gonna give myself a mood lift by looking at other people's toxic relationships or friendships, I guess, because that always makes me feel better. Like, I think the best way to find it is TikTok, with most of the fun content you will find on there. And so I found stuff which I don't know how to explain it. It's like when you do something and you feel better for a bit, but then after that you're just like, why would I do that to myself? But on the whole, pretty entertaining. So I thought I'll just check that out with you guys. Here goes.
So stupid that you would post an hour after I post, only to, like, you're literally fishing for his attention. He literally commented on your post. He didn't even comment on mine.
Dude, if you have a boyfriend, wait, I don't even think it's her boyfriend. I think it's just some dude she's talking to, and he doesn't comment on your post. A, not an indicator of whether or not he likes you, and B, does this really matter?
And I'm like the girl he's talking to.
If he didn't comment on yours and he commented on mine, isn't that kind of
He
a
literally
sign?
saw that you were. He probably saw that you were being desperate, so he felt bad. Like, and he knows that you're my best friend, so he's like, oh, like, I feel bad. Like, I should probably just comment something to build up her self-esteem.
You need to get better friends, girl.
Like, you're literally, like, I'm your best friend, and I should be able
How
to,
was
like,
I supposed to know that he was going to comment on my post?
Are you serious? You're literally acting stupid right now. Okay, so you're telling me that you didn't do it to fish for his attention?
No, I didn't. Why would I do
You're
that?
literally
I
acting
posted because I wanted to post, not to get your stupid boyfriend to comment on it.
Are you serious? No, you're like, it's obvious that you have a thing for him. Like, you always look at him weirdly when I'm around him. And it's obnoxious.
Done.
If you're that insecure about your boyfriend posting on other people's pictures, leave him. It's really that simple. Just walk out of it.
My boyfriend went on your Instagram and called you pretty, so like I really don't want you to be in my life anymore.
I hate it when people pull up the wrong person to blame, where like the girl act really smart and she be like, oh, you're talking to my boyfriend, like don't message him again. Bitch, that is not the problem. The problem is your boyfriend.
Because he called me pretty?
And you're not that pretty, to be honest.
You just sound insecure.
Okay.
So you don't want to be friends because your boyfriend thinks I'm pretty?
Yeah.
But you would be friends if he thought I was ugly?
Yeah.
Well, what does that say about you? You're a terrible friend.
That's a really low standard to have in life. Imagine if you were only friends with people that you thought looked ugly compared to you. Okay, and this is one boyfriend. What if you switch boyfriends and the next one finds your other set of friends like attractive? Are you just gonna keep switching friends? That's not called being friends.
And you're ugly. And fat.
Excuse me? Excuse me? What?
You try to sing, but it sounds horrible. You're horrible at singing too.
What is this conversation? And imagine being on call with someone and you bring up a problem and the other person doesn't have a response to that. So their response is, by the way, you're not that pretty and you're fat. A, that is not related, bitch. That is not related to anything we're talking about. B, you started the phone conversation by saying your boyfriend commented on her post calling her pretty. So pick a side.
That's why your boyfriend slid into my DMs.
It's a good reply. It was kind of petty, but I thought it was well deserved.
Check. Okay.
What is this? Oh, this is like I love these when they have entire text conversations and they screenshot it.
So basically I sent her a picture of my prom dress and I said, I think I finally got my prom dress. And she was like, really? What color? I was like, the green one. She was like, oh, oof, why that one? It makes you look a little chubby.
Okay, and excuse her.
I said, I really like it. I already bought it. Then after, she was like, ew, why? Green is my color. You know this. I was like, but I already got this one. She was like, green doesn't even compliment your skin tone. I'm going to wear green anyways and look better than you too. And I was like, okay, it's not that serious. She's like, if it's not that serious, then you shouldn't care that your boyfriend thinks I look better in green too.
What are these people? I don't know, how are they being so sweet? Do they know they're gonna post this on TikTok later? So they never say anything controversial from their side. Sometimes I find that a little suspicious. Like, why are the blue side, the blue thingy, blue messages always so nice? Like, don't you ever lose it? Don't you ever say anything? Let's see the next one.
But the point is, you know that I like him, so why would you text him back?
Because I didn't want to be rude and ignore him. He texted me, so I texted him back, and it's not like I was flirting with him.
Well, still, now he's gonna start talking to you, and I won't get a chance, even though I'm obviously the prettier one.
What?
I said I'm prettier than you, so he should want me, and not you.
What does she mean? I'm obviously prettier than you. Okay, great. Then why are you so insecure? Not that being pretty is the only thing it takes. I mean, dude, who says that?
Are you serious right now?
I said what I said.
Okay, then why is he texting her if you're so sure that he should want you and not her?
Are you even like hearing the words that are coming out of your mouth right now? I literally wasn't even talking to him like that.
Maybe he's talking to you because of how short your dress was at homecoming.
What does homecoming have to do with this?
Yeah, what does homecoming have to do with anything?
Your dress was short, your ass was hanging out, so it took away the attention from your face.
If you have friends that slut shame you, they're not your friends. That is just not a friend, girl.
I thought you said the man said you couldn't go out.
Girl, he not my dad. He don't tell me what to do.
Do you actually have relationships where your boyfriend says you can't do something and then you listen to that?
Or where
This feels scripted.
I could go, what time I have to be home. I'm a grown ass woman. That's him! That's him! Oh shit!
Oh shit.
She got a blanket and a... Oh, okay. I get it. So now boyfriend's gonna call her up and she's gonna pretend she's at home, which is scripted, so I'm not really that invested. But anyway, I'll finish watching it.
Hello?
I thought so. I'm glad you're home.
Guys, I used to be in a really toxic relationship with my ex. Long story short, I got married. I'm really happy with my husband. He treats me really, really, really good. And sometimes when I do things that I'm not supposed to, I'm always like, aren't you supposed to beat me?
Excuse me? But that... Okay, I'm not gonna talk about that because I... But what?
Hear what you said.
Okay, I said...
Okay, before conversation, I take issue to this. Not because I think your friend is insecure or that you shouldn't be talking to your friends' boyfriends. I mean, by all means, be good friends with them. But we just have to take a word for it, don't we? How do we know they spoke about Spanish? It could be anything else. It's for an hour. Don't you have any other people in your class that you can talk to? If your friend is insecure, even in the slightest, you can call up anybody else in that class for this Spanish test. So, I don't know, bit of a grey area. I don't think I'm on her side in this one, but let's see how it plays out.
I just don't get why were you on the phone with my fucking boyfriend?
Because we were in Spanish together and we were studying.
No, but you were on the phone with him for an hour.
It was like from 4 o'clock to 5 o'clock.
That is an hour.
It was a schedule. That's why it was after school.
You know, that's kind of suspicious. That's kind of shady because, she's not making sense.
I don't give a shit. You could have just fucking studied with me or something.
You're not even in Spanish.
Oh my fucking
You
god.
take fucking French.
That's not the point. You could have studied with anybody else. That's the point she's trying to make.
You do this all the fucking time. Like, you do this every time. Like, every time.
Every time what?
You do this every fucking time. You, like, budge in and it's pissing me off.
Budge in? I was studying with him for an hour.
Like, you think you're such hot shit, dude. It's annoying.
Are you fucking serious?
You had no reason to call him.
Okay, so if there's history there, which she's obviously not addressing, but if there is history there, and if she has done this with many of her boyfriends in the past, I really have to say I'm on the side of the other girl. If this is something your friend does often, then it's kind of shady, isn't it? I don't know. I'm still kind of on the fence for that one. Like, I'm not on her side. She could have called up anybody else. Let's see what's next.
Toxic ex-friends. I sent her a picture of me going hiking and I said, can you filter this? And she said, are you posting? Tomorrow, right? It's too late now. I don't, that's the issue here. What? I don't think that's the issue here. And I don't know, you just look like you gained a few pounds.
How do people go around saying this stuff to their friends?
I don't want to hurt your feelings. I'm just trying to look out for you. Really, I actually lost 14 pounds. Should I edit? Maybe lose 10 more. Editing won't help you, honey.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't laugh. This is very mean. Maybe lose 10 more. Ugh.
Really? I thought I looked good. Sorry to the barrier of bad news, but you don't look like the best version of yourself. Now, I like to give people the benefit of the doubt. Plus, I don't like confrontation, so I just said, okay, thanks, LOL. You're welcome. No problem anytime.
I like that. How is that your like first reaction if someone asks you if the picture is good? I honestly wouldn't even spend that much time on it. Like if it was a super close friend, I would look at it and I'd say, yeah, it looks great. And only positive things. And if it's like someone who isn't even that close to you, like I don't even think I'd open the picture. I'd just say, yeah, great, like all positive things. If you don't want to edit it, which is what it kind of felt like, just say that, say I don't have time. It's not that difficult. I enjoyed it. It was a fun evening. But I just think there's something off-putting about recording if in fact these are personal conversations you're having and putting it online. I'm thinking, why? We can't end it without checking Reddit, because when I really get into it, that's where I like to go. I found 3 that I think were golden, so I'm just gonna share it with you guys. I used to date this one girl who was 5 kinds of batshit insane. Not only was she a compulsive liar, bipolar, ADHD without medication because she didn't like taking them, but she was also a horrible person. She had a pet fish in an aquarium, and after we dated for a while, she bought some new fish and named one of them after me. Couple of weeks later, we broke up. Fast forward a week, I get an email from my Emosaurus ex. It was an email without any text, but it had a picture of the fish named after me impaled on a fork. Anyway, I dated this one guy who was extremely emotional and super attached. We only dated maybe a month and I couldn't take it anymore, so I had to end it. At the time, I worked in a large shopping mall and he would meet me after work in the parking lot while we were sitting in his car, and I told him I couldn't be with him anymore. Being the super emotional person he was, he began crying hysterically and was banging his head on the headrest in the car. He yelled how I was such a horrible person and he wanted to know how I could break his heart like this. He abruptly stopped crying, looked me square in the eyes while he picked up the McDonald's food he bought and rolled down the window and said, "If you don't want my love, you don't get to eat." Wow. The last one was a little bit, I wasn't sure, but this is gold. I agree with him, I mean, I think it's like ridiculous, but if you don't want to be with him, you don't get to eat his food. It is what it is. Okay. Mr. Sleepy. I was once in a pretty nasty relationship. When we broke up, we both got in this temp job that was scheduled way in advance. So the day comes and I gird my loins preparing for the worst. What I got was something I couldn't have prepared for. We were doing first day introductions and she shows up later. We do a quick catch up round and when it gets to me, she stares at me blankly. What's your name? I heard from a mutual friend that she was in a car crash and got temporary amnesia. Then I heard from another friend that she slipped in the rain. In fact, I heard a bunch of different stories and I'm forced to conclude that in fact what happened was she pretended to have amnesia with multiple people in order to deal with our breakup. Yeah, make of that what you will, but so that's it for today. I had a lot of fun. If, however, you don't subscribe to my personal brand of enjoying other people's gossip, check out this one YouTuber that I absolutely love. His name is River. Okay, he focuses exclusively on like the royal family and there are many scandals and he talks about it, but like the way he talks and his setup and how he pulls you into a conversation, I love it. It's like having a chat with a friend. He also calls you my lords and ladies whenever he starts his introduction, so that I think is always a bonus point. I'm gonna link his channel as well in case you guys want to check it out. But that is it for today. I will see you again on Monday. Ciao.